but we can get too entwined, too tangled up in that, and trying to figure out what happens to us afterwards, you know? Us, me personally, you personally, damn, am I gonna go to heaven? Am I gonna go to hell? Or the light's just gonna cut off? What's gonna happen when I die? When we go, we're gonna go back to wherever we come from. This elements, that thing that we call the spirit is eternal. It's gonna be eternal. It's gonna return to the eternal place. When we die, our body, if we get buried, will decompose, and those elements will be used by the earth again. When I die, if I choose to be cremated, the elements that got burned, the gases and the carbon or whatever, will be used by the earth again, because they are eternal. The energy inside the elements that we are made out of are eternal also, and they will return to the place, and they will be used again. They will return to the creator, that which created everything, the earth, God, whatever you want to call it, right? Physics, science, those are just labels. Those are just words to try to help us understand this world that we live in. And even still, even with all this information, it's still very confusing, and it can be scary. It can be scary. It can be scary, especially if we're living a bad life, because, you know, if we're hurting people, and you kind of scared of what's going to happen afterwards, well, then maybe you should stop hurting people and change your ways. That's it. It's not about, you know, oh, because you're going to go to heaven if you do or don't. You will alleviate suffering now, here and now. We can create hell for ourselves. I had created hell for myself years ago by the decisions that I made, right? Karma, right? Doing. There was all my doing with the drugs and the whatever. It was my doing. I created that hell for me. And in my world, for my kids and for my wife, right? I created that hell. Here and now. Not after I died. Here while I was here. Now, when we change our ways, when we change our modes of thinking, when we love ourselves and love each other, we make a better place for ourselves here and now. We alleviate suffering here and now. When I help those less fortunate than I, it's in the now. It's right now. We spend a lot of time, and we can spend a lot of time worrying about what happens to us after we die, and it can worry us to death, and it can just be scary. It can be scary. Religions try to tell us, try to give us some assurances of what happens to us, somewhat, but modern translations have kind of muddied the waters a little bit, So I think one of the things that we can probably all agree on right now, whatever religion you may be, is that we probably shouldn't be wasting so much time worrying about what happens to us after we die. We should worry about what we are doing while we are here. What good am I doing while I am here? Can I make this world just a little bit more like heaven for those around me, for my parents, for my neighbors, for my friends? The here and now, by the behaviors and the actions that I choose to take. If they are, beneficial actions, if they're good actions, if they're grounded in love and kindness, you know, those things create goodness. They create good right now.